Hi, my lovelies, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet where we talk about books, sometimes travels, but mainly books. Although today it's a mix, really. As you can tell, this is not my usual setting. I'm currently in the car because we are on our way to France. I'm French, so we often do the drive from West Yorkshire all the way to Lyon. And today is the day. So I'm going to take you along with me. I'm going to show you the way all the way to Lyon, but then also obviously I'm going to share my reading because I'm hoping to do quite a lot of reading on this journey. So we've got about a 5-hour drive to Folkestone first, and then it's like a 35-minute crossing. We take the shuttle, which is like super quick. And then on the other side, once we get into France, we've got about 7 hours. Now, most of that is going to be into the night, so I've brought quite a lot of books and my Kindle on this journey, of course. To be honest, when I was packing my books, I wasn't really sure what I felt like reading for the next week, so I feel like I packed half of my suitcase. I will show you when we get there. So yes, we're going to go and stay with my mom. I'm going to see my family, so I'm sure I'll have plenty of time to read, and I'll share that with you. But to start the journey, I'm picking up The Anniversary by Alex Finlay. So let me show you. So here it is. Alex Finlay, The Anniversary. I've literally heard nothing but amazing things about this book, so I'm super excited. I've actually never read an Alex Finlay, so this will be my first time, and if I love it, then I probably want to read the rest of the backlist. I hope you can hear me okay. I've put like the microphone on the seatbelt, little on the go kind of situation. But yeah, so in this book, so from what I gather, it's the anniversary of it's a serial killer that kills someone every day. Not every day. Every 1st of May, I think, he kills someone. The first time that he does is May 1st, 1992, which, funnily enough, is the year I was born. And then I think you sort of go through and you follow the story, and it sort of comes back every year on the anniversary. So I like the concept. I think it's going to be really good and really interesting. So I'm hoping I can get quite a lot of this read before it gets dark. And then I think once I finish that, well, not finish, but once it gets dark, I might switch to my Kindle and start reading Heart of Glass by Jennifer Hillier. It's not out until August, and I'm really lucky that I've got like an e-copy of it, like an advanced copy of it. So yeah, I think that's the plan. I will also have to do some driving because it's not fair for my husband to drive the entire way to to Lyon just so I can read. Yeah, let's go. Hi my lovelies, little update. We've just stopped now just for a quick break, and I thought I'll give you a little reading update. I'm currently basically I've got to the part where now it's not the murders. Well, we moved on a year, so we've moved from 1992 to 1993, and so far I'm really enjoying it. So
two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust. lessons learned, it would end the both of us. There's a first for everything, like her hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my whole world become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to.
Of course, it is bank holiday weekend. So it's like Friday evening, and it's very busy queuing to get into the border control. Luckily, we've got flexible, so we managed to cut out quite a lot of the queue. But yeah, it's quite bad. This is just the English border control, and then we're going to do the French border control. But it's okay. I've got my book, and I'm still completely obsessed with it. I'm about 50% in, and absolutely loving it. So this is like the Flexi Plus terminal. Normally it's open, but at this point it's like 11 p.m. so there is just no one there and it is closed. But this part, normally you can go in and there's lots of sandwiches, snacks and things like that you can get as part of the Flexi Plus tickets, which allows you to board any train on the day that you've booked. And I think it's like up to so many days in between. This is like the super weird experience where you drive your car onto the platform ready to board the train. So the train is like a double decker. So you can go on the bottom or you can go onto the top, which I think you'll see in a minute. So yeah, and then the crossing is literally just 35 minutes, which is insane because in 35 minutes you're then in France.
That girl is a runner, she was born to get away. Hear that two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust. But after all the lessons learned, it would end the both of us. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain.
Just a little update. So we're almost in France. Well, I think we are in France. The shuttle is now arriving. So I did have a little sleep on the train, and I'm so close to finishing the book. Like I think I'm probably at like 80%, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's so good, such an interesting concept. It's giving like people we meet on vacation, but thriller edition. So yeah, absolutely loving it. Hey my lovelies, so little reading update. I've finished the anniversary and oh my goodness, 5-star, easy 5-star. It was so good, such an interesting format and concept, and it reminded me a little bit of The People We Meet on Vacation, but like thriller edition. I really enjoyed it. I can't fault it. Like, I can see the hype. So this is done. I obviously slept a bit on the way as well, like absolutely shattered, and drove a bit. We are now about 40 minutes from Lyon, so I am going to start this, I think, Such a Lovely Family by Aggie Blum Thompson. It sounds like really good. It sounds like rich people drama, behind their facade of perfection, the Calhoun family has been keeping some very dark secrets. So yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I think it'll be good. And yeah, we're almost there. Have a rest when we get to my mom's. And yeah. update. I have not been reading at all. Well, I've read like 300 pages or something, but we are currently in Lyon, and it's basically where I was born. And we've come to this place called Confluence, and it's near the river, and the river sort of goes all along there. It's like a big indoor kind of shopping center. I have my cap because it's absolutely boiling, even though it looks a bit silly. But yeah. Hey my lovelies, we've had a little change of scenery. We've decided to come to the mountains, which is about 2 hours from where I'm from in Lyon, and this is my hair, so bear with. So I don't know if you can see in the background, but how beautiful, oh the light is not going to come back, yeah, how beautiful is the mountains. So yeah, so we've come to Chamonix, and we're going to be here for a couple of nights, which I'm super excited about. I'm very lucky that my mom's family's got like a chalet here, so we get to come and enjoy it often. So yeah, and it's literally my favorite place to read. I'm going to hopefully get lots of reading done. I'm currently reading, I've brought it with me, Such a Lovely Family by Aggie Bloom Thompson, and I'm genuinely not enjoying it. It's just a bit boring. I'm almost over halfway, well, just about halfway through, and yeah, it's just not very much it. This cap is also too big. I need to like tighten it. But yeah, it's very hot. It was 33 degrees in Lyon before we left. It's obviously a little cooler in the mountains now, which is lovely. And yeah, I'll take you with me. I'm going to show you the town. It's very beautiful. We're off to go and get an ice cream and just have a little mooch around the town.
That girl is a runner, she was born to get away. Hear that two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust. But after all the lessons learned, it would end the both of us. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love you goodbye. And though it hurts to watch my whole world become the woman she would be, the thing that I forgot would set her free. I taught her how to leave. 18 in the summer, man, it feels like yesterday, when she was looking out that window on the bus to second grade. The first step she'd ever take, the first cut from a heartbreak. Been through it all, but now it's time to go our separate ways. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine.
We've just come to a lake which has the most beautiful view of the Mont Blanc, so let me show you. Hey, so we are now in Chamonix. Still, I guess I did talk about that yesterday. But yeah, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of a reading update. I've had plenty of time to read, which has been super exciting. I decided to DNF for now the book that I was reading before, which was Such a Lovely Family by Aggie Blum Thompson, just because I wasn't like hating it. I just couldn't get into it, if that makes sense. Like, I just didn't care that much, and I wanted a book that I could just devour. So I'm very, very lucky that I have a proof copy of When You Looked Away by S.M. Govett, which Michael J. Book sent me very kindly. And I started it this morning because I had a really good feeling about it, and I thought, let's just go for it. Let's see. And oh my goodness, I'm literally already halfway through. It's so good. It's absolutely unputdownable. Unputdownable, is that a word? So basically, what I would recommend though is that you read the first book in the series, which is called Believe. I'll insert a copy, a little like copy of the cover of Believe on the screen when I edit. But basically, it's not that the stories are linked, but you will find out what happened in Believe within like the first couple of chapters of this book. So yeah, that would spoil it for you. So I would say go and read Believe first, which I rated like 5-star. Anyways, it was, oops, something fell. It's a nice breeze. It's really warm in the sun, but it's a nice breeze. But yeah, so read Believe first and then pre-order this, because oh my goodness, I mean at this point it's heading towards a 5-star. Like, I'm absolutely devouring this book. I cannot stop reading. It starts with a mother. She's an author. She's writing in her attic room, like she must have an office in the attic. And she comes down, and her son, I think he's like 11 years old, is supposed to be downstairs playing after school. You know, she's going downstairs. She's coming down, and she's calling him, and she can't find him. Then she looks in his room, and he's not there. She looks in every single room in the house, and is not there. So she then starts thinking, where the heck is he, blah blah blah, and yeah, he's gone. So it's super gripping. I would say if your trigger is like something like anything to do with like child loss or child being kidnapped, then don't read this book. But honestly, so far I'm so hooked. It's super clever, and also like S.M. Govett's writing style is so easy to read. So yeah, so at the moment I'm just sat in the cozy chair. I'm getting through some reading. My son is napping. Life is amazing. It's sunny, it's warm, it's really lovely. So yeah, I'll give you an update when it's finished, but absolutely loving it so far. And let's just take a moment for this view. It's I feel very, very lucky that I get to come here. My mom's family owns like a chalet in Chamonix, which is so, so lucky, and I get to just come here often. So I'll be back here I think in about a month, and it's my favorite place in the world. Like, how can you not? Like, reading to this view is insane. So yeah, little update, and I'll let you know when I finish it. I think I'm gonna finish it today or tomorrow morning at least. It's just so good and so quick and fast paced, and the chapters are short. We love a short chapter. So yeah, I'll catch up with you later.
That girl is a runner. She was born to get away. Hear that two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust. But after all the lessons.
So little reading update. Yesterday I started When You Looked Away by S.M. Govett, and I've now finished it. I finished it yesterday. It was so good. It's quite chunky. I think it was 388 pages, but it had really short chapters and it was so gripping. I started in the morning yesterday and I finished it by the end of the day. I think I finished it by 7 p.m. Bear in mind, I'm on holiday, so I did have, we went out for a walk, we went into town, and we went out for a meal. So I basically read it in 2 sittings. It was genuinely such a clever book. However, I should say, definitely check your trigger warnings before you pick it up, because it has got some very difficult topics. It was not an easy read. It was quite a hard, heartbreaking kind of emotional read. So definitely check your trigger warnings. But I genuinely really, really loved it. It was a 5-star read for me. Easily a 5-star read. Now, I would also caveat that you do need to read Believe before. So this is the second book in the D.I. Stratton series, so definitely pick up the first one before you read this one. So yeah, this was a 5-star, easy 5-star. Now, what I started this morning, I started yesterday night, actually last night, I started reading Backstabbers by Eliza Jabori. It's about these 3 girls that go on a hike in well-known kind of secluded mountain area where basically in a serial killer's hunting ground. It's sold as a slasher kind of book. So we'll see. I started reading it last night and it was getting dark. I was sat out here and it was getting dark, and then I thought maybe not the best idea to continue reading this whilst basically in the middle of nowhere, although it's not that secluded. So I paused it, but I've now read 2 chapters and so far it's okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm only about 34 pages in, so very, very early on into the book. Also, am I being weird? But I'm really, really enjoying hardback books recently. Seriously, I don't know why. Before, I would always be a paperback or download it on my Kindle if it's a hardback and read it on my Kindle. But at the moment, I'm just been loving reading on hardback. I feel I'm reading them faster. So I don't know. So this is the current read. Now, just to give you an update on this one, I have still soft DNF, so I'm about halfway through. It's not a full DNF. I will finish it probably before the end of the month, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just not loving it. I just think it's a bit boring. A little bit boring, to be honest. I did start, there was another Aggie Blum book that I can't remember. I think it's called You Deserve to Know Something. And I think I read the first 3 or 4 chapters and I just was nah, I'm not enjoying it. So maybe this author's just not for me. Maybe this is just not, maybe it's not for me. So this is a soft DNF. It's not a full DNF. I might go back to it, but for now, it's a no. Now, the book that I'm going to read next, I'm super, super excited about. So I can't wait to finish what I'm reading so I can jump into that one. But what I'm going to read next is Buyer Beware by Catherine Ryan Howard. So this is out in July 2026, and it says, when Ellie moves into 1 Delaney Row, all she has to her name is the house, a small suitcase, and the terrible secret she's desperate to keep. But what she doesn't know is that her new home is already hiding someone else's secret, and the people determined to keep them are watching her. When a grim discovery prompts Ellie to find out more about the house's past, she unwittingly puts herself in a deadly collision course, not just with her new home's history, but with her own as well. So, I think it's going to be really, really good. So very excited. Have I read it, Catherine? Yes, I read, which one did I read by Catherine Ryan Howard? The famous, the one with the, oh my God, why can I not remember? Is it going to say in here what book she's read? Also, I love this. So this was part of the PR thing. it's like the house notice, like, you know, when you buy a house, like an ad, the house ad, I guess, and it says Harrington Properties, exceptional value, unbeatable prices, unique histories, and specialize in stigmatized and distressed properties since 1987. And it all says, so the house is like 499,000 euros, so decent house. Yeah, so I quite like that. It made me laugh when I saw that, and it's got like a little like post-it style thing on it. Yes, so the book that I read before by Catherine Ryan Howard, which one was it? Oh my gosh, why can I not remember? The Trap. It is The Trap. And it was good. Yeah, I think it was a 4-star. I think it was 4-star read for me, which I really enjoyed. So that was 4-star, and yeah, I'm very excited. I'm loving it. This is like my best reading spot ever. Sadly we are leaving today, which is sad. But we're going back to Lyon to my mom's, and we've got a couple of exciting days before we head back to the UK on Saturday. So I'm hopefully going to get some more reading done on the drive back as well. Fingers crossed. I read The Anniversary on the way to France, and it was so good. Oh my goodness, I couldn't put it down. So yeah, so that's the plan, and then back at work next week, which is sad. But yeah, I think this like reading vlog thing, I'm gonna keep it until I'm back in the UK, and then obviously Saturday is the last day of the month. So I think Monday, what I might do is Sunday, I might film a monthly wrap up, and because I'm trying to get through my TBR, I've also created a TBR jar. So I might just do like let the TBR jar pick my June reading list for me. Although I'm super excited because TBR Capital Crime is coming up, so I am trying to get through some of the books that I want to read before I go to Capital Crime, when I'm going to read the authors, and yeah, so that's my plan. There's a nice breeze. It's really warm in the sun. It's really warm in the shade. It's lovely and cool. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this view. But yeah, let's get some reading done, and I'll check back in with you at some point. I don't know when, but yeah.
That girl is a runner, she was born to get away. Hear that two-tone humming, headed out to the highway. I should have seen it coming through the years left in the dust, but after all the lessons learned, it would end the both of us. There's a first for everything, like a hand holding mine. Now I'm left here with the pain from her I love.
Hey my lovelies, so as you can tell, I'm now back in the UK. We drove home yesterday evening and got back really late, which is why I look so tired. And so yeah, last little update on the sort of like reading vlog. I got really busy towards the end because obviously we just spent time with my family and ended up not really filming much. So I did read 2 more books though. One on the drive back, and then one just I started when we were in Chamonix and finished when we got back in Lyon. So it was Backstabbers by Eliza Jabori. Now, it's a debut, and I think it's a great debut. I think the premise was brilliant. I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed the setting especially. Like, I think it was really cool. Like, it's set in a wooded area in a cabin, and it's like the hunting grounds of a serial killer. It's very famous for that. Lots of women have been abducted. Now, do I think the characters were being really dumb. Yes, I do. They were just ridiculous. One of them really, really annoyed me. But I think you're meant to. Like, that's how they're written. I don't think you're meant to like that character. So I think it worked. But my only, like, the only thing that made me, I think I rated it 3.75. And I think the only thing that sort of really let me down was that the chapters were so long that this could have been so tense and gripping because of the setting, but actually, because of the really long chapters, I just lost interest. And I think like a book, like especially a thriller that is set in such a gripping, high, tense kind of like environment should have short chapters so that it keeps up the pace. And I probably would have still read it, like I would have probably read it quicker if the chapters were shorter, even though it's the same length, just because it just makes you want to, I don't know, I just think it builds the tension so much more. So I think, yeah, I do think that my one thing would be the chapters were so long that it did lose some of its tension and some of its pace, which made me like it a bit less, I think. So yeah, so I would still recommend. I think it's still like a good, it almost felt like a locked room kind of thriller because it's all in that cabin in the wood. But yeah, it just wasn't, it didn't grip me, sadly. So yeah, still 3.75, which I think is a really good rating, especially for a debut. And I would recommend. Just, you know what I'm like with my chapters. I like my chapters short and snappy, especially when the tension is like that. If it was a historical fiction, like, no worries. The chapters can be as long as you want them to be. But with a tense thriller, I think the chapters need to be shorter. So this was 3.75, so still very good. But yeah, let me move that down a little bit. Better. So yeah, still a really good read. But yeah, 3.75. Then when we were driving back, because this is like super long drive, we set off from Lyon at like 8 a.m. French time, and we got back to the UK at like 9 p.m. kind of time. So yeah, very, very long drive. So I read Buyer Beware by Catherine Ryan Howard while we were on the drive. And this, I think I rated this 3.5. It was such an anticipated read, but sadly, I think it just fell a little bit short for me. There was a lot of backstory, which I didn't hate. Like, I really enjoyed the characters. I liked their story, and I liked how it all came together. But it just felt like it could have been a bit snappier and a little bit less backstory and a bit more what was going on in the present time. So yeah, not a bad read at all. Like, I really still enjoyed it, but it just definitely wasn't a 5-star. So yeah, so not a bad read. The chapters were not long. Well, they were okay. And I like that there was different characters. So we follow Erin, who is, so there's like in the past, you follow Erin and Hannah. So you don't really know, like, you sort of learn their backstories. And then in the present time, you're following Ellie, who's just bought this house. She only has this house and like a little like bag to her name. So you don't really know her story as much. And then obviously the house is a little bit weird, and there's stuff going on, and she gets like break-ins and things, so you sort of, it keeps you guessing, but I think it was more a mystery than a thriller. Like, yeah, didn't hate it, but just not what I was expecting. So yeah, and what I started after that one was Please Help Me by Githa Lodge, which is what I'm currently reading. Now this has gripped me straight away. I've got to say, this has been like straight away. I'm in it. Like, I'm only at 87 pages just because we got back really late yesterday, and this morning I went to spin class and I've just been getting jobs done. So I haven't read as much as I wanted to, but I really want to. It's pulling me, which is always a good sign when like a book is pulling you and you just want to pick it up. So this is how I feel about this one. This young girl's on holiday with her family. She then gets like a, you know when you get airdrop request and you can sort of see like a snippet of what the person's trying to airdrop you. And it says something like, please help me. And then she reads through, and it's like another girl on holiday. She doesn't know who she is, but she says that basically she's been abducted and that her parents are not her parents. And then the search happens, and it's really interesting. And I really like the character of Sadie, who's that teenage girl who got the airdrop. I think she's brilliantly written. And yeah, so far I think this has got 5-star potential. I think this is 5-star potential, but you know, don't come at me if it's not at the end. But yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this one. So yeah, now, if you have made it all this way into the vlog, I hope you like to see a little bit of Chamonix and a little bit of my journey, which we do quite a lot. We will be back in Chamonix, hopefully in like a month or so. And I cannot wait to be sat in front of that mountain reading. It's the best spot. So yeah, I think overall it's been a great reading week. I think it was like the anniversary was 5-star, and then what did I read? Oh, the new SM Govit, that was an absolute 5-star. I need to find it to show you again. It was so good. I haven't unpacked, as you can tell. Where is it? When You Looked Away was so good. That was a 5-star as well. So I think overall, like, it's been a really good reading week. 4 books, 4.5, because I did start. Let me just check. Yeah, the anniversary, which was 5-star. This was 5-star. This was a DNF. I think I'll probably go back to it at some point, but I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. I don't know. So yeah, so 4.5 books, I would say, in a week, which isn't so bad. Spent lots of time with my family. And yeah, so if you've made it all this way into this reading vlog / holiday vlog, I really appreciate you. And if you want to subscribe, that would be amazing. Don't forget to like this video. And I think the next video I'm going to do will be my Pick My June TBR. I have a little bit of a TBR jar started. So I think I'm going to try and get the TBR to pick some of my June reads. And obviously there's some books that I need to read that are ARCs. And also Capital Crime is in June. So I'm going to get lots of reading done in order to be able to talk to these authors at Capital Crime. I'm so excited, and I still can't believe that I've been invited to go. Like, what, me, little me? So yeah, and obviously I will take you on this journey with me. So yeah, thank you so much. And whatever time of the day you're watching this, I hope you have a great night, great day, whatever. I hope you have a lovely time.